Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining me again. I actually didn't think when dispatch said it was going to be a while, I didn't think it would be that long. So we might as well get through this video while we've got some hangout. It might not even be a work day, hell. I'm not too sure. But I'm going to run this video, you guys, real quick. I just put my book away, but I've got so many topics, so many great other let's just say segments that I would like to add, but for the most part right now, current events, and again, everywhere you look, it's about the protest, right? It's what's going on in the Middle East, and I too would like to protest that war. I can't be out there on the campus, and from what I'm watching now, they got to the streets now, right? So earlier I had said, man, even if they got to the streets, I understand I'd be pretty upset, right? I've got somewhere to go, I've got to play, but keep going, you guys. I know I it's almost like a love-hate relationship, but the protest, so long as it doesn't get violent and illegal, right? It seems like blocking the street is irritating. It's annoying, but I if they get arrested, or if I'm wrong and that's illegal, okay, maybe it is. But even coming from a truck driver, you guys, even coming from someone who I'd be there just so angry, like, you come on, move it, Ace, we got somewhere to go. But it you guys, the jig is up with this. Let's just say you are outraged at what they're doing. Oh, they're taking it too far. Then give it a break real quick and say, hey man, why are these guys getting a little too cuckoo with it? Why are they getting out of hand? It's because it's dead serious what's going on, right? It's a country that wants freedom. It's time for a free Palestine. It's time for them to have their own free state, and they haven't been heard. And I don't know if I could dumb it down, but they submit the application and submit it and submit it and submit it, and shit ain't going through. So I'm not anti-Israeli, you guys. I have to almost specify that, because it seems like once I agree with the protests, that I'm like, all of a sudden I'm a Nazi, or I'm here advocating for terrorists. No sir, none of that. But let's check out the video real quick. One of my other topics, I'll probably, like I said, usually do one here, do one at the office, but is let me see if I still have it pulled up. I should, right here. Only because my son brought that up too, where it's like, oh, I don't want to go to college. But like, what? Anywho, we'll talk about that one too. And again, everything else that I have here is about the protest, how they frame it. This is what I'm good. This is what I'm getting after. They frame it like they want to lead us into and it's like, no, man, the jig is up. It's all over the internet. It's all over the place that this is a genocide. That's why people are protesting, and so on and so forth. Got another night driver pulling up a little late. Hey, what's up? Yeah, time to get it. So anyways, let's see about, the video. I'm gonna go to the video. Oh, another one, guys. Every video educational that I see about podcasting and YouTubing, and they say like, share, subscribe, but I was like, they just keep talking. No, it's actually for real. Like, I get it, right? I'm over here talking about there shouldn't be 2.6 2.6 thousand to 2,600 likes on that video. There should be. Plus, there should be 2,000 videos either agreeing or disagreeing with this video. I'm gonna be one of the probably disagreeing, right? With just the way they frame it. I'm already thinking anti-Israeli agitators burn U.S. flag. So shouldn't it say, aren't they like anti-American? He says a burned U.S. flag. So I didn't complete it. I was pulling into the spot when the beginning of the video was getting, so I pushed pause and I was like, I'm going to talk about that one, especially because, Fox always has, and then deface World War I monument. Oof. See, that's the part where it's not nice. I mean, if you're defaming a freaking Hitler statue, then I understand, but check out the video, guys. Well, I hope not to interrupt a lot. I'll get to this topic pretty quick. I don't think it's going to be a work day today. I mean, if it's getting to the streets, maybe it shouldn't be a work day. I should just hang out, stay here. But I did have one more little something I could have gotten. Shift almost over, but we'll get through this. I hope not to interrupt. Check it out real quick.
Anti-Israeli protesters clashed with police officers on the streets of New York City last night, disrupting the star-studded Met Gala and caused chaos and traffic jams citywide.
Some of the demonstrators could be seen defacing a World War I monument in Central Park and even going as far as burning an American flag at the base.
23 seconds in and I'm already interrupting. That's not cool, right? Like I said, I'm here protesting the war because I can't be out there on the school campuses or now they're getting out to the streets. This just means it's a big deal. That's what I'm saying. Like the outrage that the other side is feeling. Like if I were to be on the road and then it's like, oh yeah, traffic stopped. Wait, what's going on overhead? Oh man, the protesters. I'd be outraged too. But then I immediately would ask, why are them guys getting out of hand? Why is it so, let me read up on this. Why is it such a big deal? And it's because like in the news, in the mainstream media world, right? I'm going to keep calling it that. In the mainstream media world, they haven't heard all the outrageous things that are going on. They haven't heard the words genocide or it's really a genocide, guys. The jig is up, no more. They keep hearing these different narratives where by the time that it gets to mainstream media where, oh my God, and now you guys, there's protests. Can you believe these? I mean, God, what is up these people? They're like, yeah, why? Why are you guys getting so ahead? Well, it's because mainstream, before the protest started, didn't tell you about all the stuff that was going on. I remember I saw one where they were discussing how many Palestinians had died in said, I think they blew up a building. But when they were talking about the casualties, they like blew right by that, like it was no problem. Instead, keep questioning the source. So now the segment is about, that source might have not been a good one, you know. We'll give Fox a hall pass there. And maybe it's not 28,000 already. It might be a little. No, man, like everywhere else, right? Because then I'm thinking, damn it, it's that many. It can't be like this war just started. Like this war is like even the Ukraine. So then you get to actually in let's say internet news articles where, let's say even Fox can have an article with all the details that you have to go in there and read. But on the news segment, when you actually watch it on TV, you're like, hey man, you didn't say any of that shit. You said a bunch of other stuff that still arises anger, no matter what. The article, I was reading it, I was kind of calm, like, oh yeah, like what's going on? Oh damn. I'm gonna compare that with what says on the other one, and then I'll probably watch a video. And then I go to watch Fox, and it's like, wait, did I pick the right topic? Because this one doesn't match to the. No, it's the right topic. You guys didn't even talk. So it's like, it's on purpose. Excuse me. It's on purpose where they, on the news, the TV, right? They have this different. Go this way. Again, I'll keep playing the video, but if I'm sitting here protesting the war. If I'm sitting here saying, you know, free Palestine, you guys, enough is enough, that doesn't mean I want every single Jew to die. That doesn't mean I'm anti-Israel. No. That just means I'm like, hey guys, hey, cut it out. You know what I mean? Your eyeball's almost out of your face. Man, no, enough is enough. It's just, you're coming in to like, cut it out. Stop it. And on top of the fact, again, they're protesting for their reasons. I'm protesting for mine. And I'm saying, okay, enough is enough, bro. No more killing. I keep seeing on internet news, well, are they all lying? Because it doesn't seem like media or mainstream media is lying, but it seems like all of mainstream media is sugarcoating it. I'm not calling you guys liars. I'm just calling you guys sugarcoaters. Internet media, I'm not calling them exaggerators. They're not exaggerating. They're just telling us the news, because it seems like all of them seem to tell you the shit how it is. And it's wait a minute, how come mainstream's not talking about this? Now all of a sudden they want to attack people protesting the war. It's because you guys don't know what's going on in the underground, I guess, right? You guys are up here in your mainstream media world. Down here we're like, hey man, these fools ain't talking about what's really going on, and so on and so forth. So then you hear the news in mainstream media and you're like, oh my God, why are they so out of hand? It's because it's that big of a deal, except it's been downplayed, I guess, or sugar-coated in the mainstream world. So just because we're just trying to stop the fighting doesn't make us anti-anything. If anything, it'll make us anti-fighting. Like, stop fucking fighting. I'll play some more of the video.
Brooke Singman's all over this. She's got the details. Good morning, Brooke.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Police say at least 24 of those anti-Israel protesters were arrested after a mob of about 1,000 people marched towards the Met Gala, chanting and clashing with police on their way. Watch.
Small one. It's already a packed city. It's already a city full. And then these people do this. It's going to get, like, I get it. It's going to get really irritating fast, especially in New York. I mean, it's cram-packed. Okay.
They were met by NYPD officers who prevented them from entering the museum and disturbing the star-studded event. Meanwhile, at nearby Central Park, demonstrators burned an American flag in front of a memorial honoring World War I soldiers. They also vandalized the statue itself, plastering it with pro-Palestinian stickers. They also spray-painted the word Gaza onto its base. And later that night...
Damn it. That's not cool either. Again, if I'm protesting... And real quick, I can't go to the campuses, right? But let's just say in a local campus here, yeah, I think on my time off, if the protest is still going on, I run over there and I bring these guys food. I really would. Hey, man, good job. Stand up for what you believe is correct, what you believe is right. Go ahead, get her done. If I was anti that protest, right? I was like, full of shit. Because I know it's gonna, I wouldn't even show up. It's like we forgot what our parents told us. If you don't got nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. Because once you go over there and you don't say nothing nice, because you're gonna go over there and say something not nice, then we're gonna have scuffles. Then it now looks like it's a riot. So I want to get to the point of that part where, why are you showing up in a mask? Again, I'm protesting on the internet with my real face, my real name, my real me. I have a principle, let's just say, that I'm standing up for, but I'm not covering my face. So there grabs traction a conspiracy theory that, well, the other side sent them to make it a scuffle, turn it into a riot, and keep framing these people as bad people. When, like I said, the protest starts, the gathering comes around, which is all of us, and that's where we weren't at the meets. I wasn't at the gatherings before. Hey man, we're gonna protest. I didn't go to those meets. I started seeing it and I was like, yeah, you're right. We need to protest. Like, enough is enough, right? And then comes, for example, if someone watches this If it gets no views, it gets no views. No big deal. But if someone watches this and gets appalled, then immediately they'll make a video, angry at me or angry at it or comment something angry at it. It's like, okay, well, that's why I always say try to keep it PG-13, if you can in the comments. But what I'm getting at is that's where the starts, right? If I were to have gone to campus and bring them waters, food, because I am with the protest, that's the me saying something nice. I didn't show up to say something not nice. Here's waters, keep doing what you're doing. And maybe, let's say that I'm a person who doesn't like the protest. Maybe if I roll up, like, man, here, man, some waters, some sandwiches, some food. Don't get to the streets, though. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Like, keep it here. But instead, no, I'm an angry one. I'm against the protest. So I'm going to go over there and honk my horn and get off the fucking road and make a chaos and then, push and shove. That's where, again, the news only covered the chaos. They didn't cover, all week I saw stuff about the protest, only the bad stuff. It's almost like you don't even care what they're protesting because you're so angry. Hey, man, get them off the freaking campus. Oh, man. I'm over here. The following topic that I'm going to talk about, like I said, is going to be about, wrong one. It's going to be, where's the internet? Right here. It's going to be about prices of college, right? Here you think these little privileged bastards costing me $40,000 a year and he's making a pro. I'm kicking them the hell up. That kind of correlate all together. All these topics kind of with each other. But no, these students that started the protest we're teaching these individuals in these schools to become individuals of power, individuals of leadership, individuals passionate about whatever they chose to launch themselves at, whatever career they picked. And instead, once they speak up, we tell them, hey, shut the fuck up. Oh my God, I hope I don't get in trouble for cussing. But no, like we should have gone to the campuses. Again, I couldn't pull over because, we're here. But we should have gone to the campuses, brought them water, brought them a freaking Fox 11 camera newscast. And, hey, man, what are you doing? Before it got to the streets. Before it got to, he said damn near the Met Gala. Like, man, you're there. Like, there's no room for a protest here, bro. It's New York City. It's full. So, again, I get that part. I'm a driver. I wouldn't want them in front of my path because I got to get somewhere too. But I get it now. It's time to set aside what bothers us because now they're hitting the streets. So they're maybe that's why it's not a work thing. Maybe even if dispatch calls, I won't pick up because I don't need to be. It's a blessing in disguise. I don't need to be out there if it is in the streets, right? I don't think it's gotten to these streets, but I'm just saying it is becoming something that's a bother, but it's because it's that big of a deal. It's time to listen. It's time to seriously pressure our leadership into, hey man, what do you think is going to happen if we give these guys a free state? Because the threats are all there. Ooh, I've read all kinds of articles. Oh, if the Palestine state gets independence, their freedom, they're gonna invade and kill every Jew. Yeah, look, bro, I don't think so. They've not fought. Like, they look at what's happening. Okay, they don't have the fists to swing back at what's being swung at them. They're just being knocked out. They get up, they get knocked out, they get up, they get knocked out, they get up, and they say freedom. They get knocked out again because everything I've read about this war, everything I've read about this occupation, everything I've read about the invasion now into the Gaza Strip is that you tell these individuals to go south and then you bomb that area. You tell them to go a little further south and then you bomb that area too. Bro, it's an extermination. Oh, we got a day driver taking off? What's going on here? Hey, what's up? Take it easy. Safe travels, driver. But it's The jig is up. It's apparent that this is no longer oh, you're just defending yourself for that cheap shot on October 7th. I'm not minimizing, man. October 7th was bad. I get it. But it's where I keep going back to, hey, man, you corner the kitty too far in the corner, he's gonna get you with the claws. And now all of a sudden the kitty's the bad guy. Bad kitty. No, you guys, we have to listen. In our side of the fence or whatever, we see that as terrorism. Like, damn, they're freaking terrorizing. But on that side of the fence, they see it as a fight for freedom. Honestly, they see it as a fight for freedom. I'm not anti-Israeli. I really don't know why they two can't get along. Well, I kind of do know why. It's religion. But that's a whole different video. I'd like to know what you guys think. If you guys think I went out of hand, I went overboard, I took it too far, let me know. Comments below. PG-13 if you can. No problem if you can. I just think I've been here long enough. I got to get out of here. I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you guys think. I'll link this video so you guys can watch the whole thing. But it's again, we have to rebuttal. We have to check them when they say shit that doesn't have to be said, or it's not supposed to be said that way, or why are you saying it that way? You're making me want to hate the Palestine people. And then it's like, wait a minute, read up on it, because you don't have to. You don't have to. With mainstream media, you could be like, nah, we're not going that way. We're going straight this way. You guys are just nah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for sticking around, right? We're gonna get through this here topic. College costs in 2024. Again, just a topic because it's kind of lingering right now here in these neck of the woods. I'm looking for I can't decide for the kid. I'm not looking for a decision to be made on my part, but I am looking for, let's say, him to make a call. Does he want to go to college? Does he not want to go to college? The options of, well, if you do want to go to college, where to go, what to do, what, major to pick, what are you going after? If you don't want to go to college, options, so what are we doing? Are we jumping on a truck? Or because again, it's always been, when I grow up, I want to be a truck driver when I grow up. Okay, I get it. I keep telling him he's got choices, but it's up to him. Ooh, excuse me. But what I'm getting at is, even for, let's just say, a young adult, let's start treating them like young adults, right? Let's start giving them that you can make this call type. And in doing so, because it is his future, I mean, do you want to go to school or do you not? Do you want to jump on a rugged ass job right off the giddy up? Do you want to take a year off and see what an ass whooping truck driving is like? Go to college? Because I'm not necessarily following the tradition where at 18 get the fuck out of my house. No, at 18, if he wants to stay and go to school, cool, right? We have to find a way to fund this at $42,000 a year. And think about it, guys. I'll probably get into detail here, but $42,000 is just a sticker price. Kind of like when you buy a car. $42,000 car, you're looking at about what? A good $600-700 a month payment, probably more, depending on the credit, right? But after that initial payment, let's just, I don't know, let's be generous here, $800. $800 a month is just a car. We don't seem to, when we're sitting there, we don't really think about, well, what's the insurance like a whole year for this car? What's the gas going to be like a whole year for this car? What's the maintenance going to be like? The car washes, do I want the little extra air freshener hanging from the rear view mirror? All that is not even considered. It's extra. So I'm guessing $42,000 sticker price for the ticket in. We still got maintenance, equipment, all that stuff, right? I still gotta clothe this child. I still gotta shelter this child, feed this, all that stuff, right? So into consideration that obviously we don't I don't take it into consideration now. I don't know how much the kid costs a year. It's never been a math that came out of the top of my head. But when I'm looking at, it's 42,000. Holy macaroni, that's how much they want. And for example, it says here private college, right? And they're on after 23 for out of state. The breakdown here doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense, to be honest, because out of state for me, I'm guessing would cost a little bit more. Now, if you went down to a community college out of state, and so on and so forth, that makes a bit more sense. But what I'm getting at is, hell, why? I went through this as a student myself, right? It's been the same structure, if you will. It's been the same get after it forever, at least from when I was a child. And I can see the parentals kind of struggling on, oh man, we can't make, how are we going to pay for you to go to college and whatnot? So it's understandable, right? And one thing coming up is I was like, dude, please make sure that you are always in a position where if they want to go to college, you can fund it. You don't have to worry about that aspect. I don't know where in the hell on my coming up did I skip a raise, or I don't know what, because I believe that if I were to need to afford college now, it'd break the bank. I mean, there isn't an extra $42,000 anywhere, let alone here. So what I go back to with my rent is that this should already be paid for. Wait, did it go back? This should already be paid for, because there are other countries that pay for their students to go to an higher educational school, but probably because those countries aren't spending a lot of money on funding two wars that are of another country. I know my rant keeps going back to the same thing, but it's the truth, you guys. Back when I was trying to go to college and it was difficult, I mean, it was cheaper, but it was difficult, right? For the parentals to make these payments, to make this become a reality. Here I am in the situation I found myself in when I was trying to be a student, that my kids are more so like, man, just let me get to work. I'll help out and I'll pay for school as I go along. Same thing that I thought I was going to do. Never went back to school when I knew I couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it. We'll stick to the road. But what I'm getting at is, if $95 billion weren't leaving, I think every single child in America could get its education paid for. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about that. But the thing is, we can't stop these guys from taking the taxes. At this point, it seems like we can't even stop them from spending it wherever they want to spend it. Because there's a lot, and I don't have it up front here. Oh, I was looking up the minimum wage too to make the comparison. I mean, hey, $42,000 a year for a private education, minimum wage, and now it's looking like it's going to 18 here in California. Made the math, it's like $31,000 a year. It's not a bad number when you put it that way, but this person that's producing the $31,000 on minimum wage better not have a single freaking bill in order to be able to afford his education, right? He better still live at mom's. He better still even get an allowance. Hey, it's time to get the laundry done. Yes, Father. Okay, coach, making sure and give you your allowance this week. 20-year-old. You almost done with school? Shh. Anyway, I was looking at minimum wage. But what I'm getting at, I don't have up front the information that, how much would you need to, let's say that you didn't want to go to college, but you wanted to start a life. How much money do you need to get a life started? How much money do you need to, move out of your parents, get you an apartment, probably a car, or you're going to be Ubering places. How much do you need? And it almost seems like no matter what, people need more than 31,000. The math doesn't add up for there to be, again, even if you broke the $42,000 payments, right? We're looking at even being generous, bro, $700. Even being generous, bro, $700 a month. Unless I did this math wrong, but I don't see an extra $700 a month for anybody to go to school, for anybody to be able to pay their own way through. and it's not that it's impossible for every single student to have both parents back home working and providing for them so that they can go to school full time. But no, man, there's a lot of going to school, working, part-time working, part-time school, part-time working, full-time school, part-time. And I don't know, I don't, it's just the math doesn't add up. And I think, okay, well, what holds us back from getting our education paid for by our country, by our tax dollar, by the money that, well, I'm going to go to work and go to school, right? So guess what? There's a little cha-ching that you're going to get out of my check there for going to work that could go towards that, right? No, instead, it's going overseas. Instead, it's, I don't know, man, probably building invisible weapons so we can fucking kill each other faster. I don't know. But it definitely, 100%, it's not in this. Our tax dollars are not free money for students to go to school. I understand there's tuitions out there. There's grants you can get and loans at a really good interest rate. But that's still not fair. Because I'm still wondering, at $95 billion out, we're not broke. We're not broke. Somewhere, somehow, we are able to set aside $95 billion so that Ukraine, Israel, and the now Pacific asking for money get their cut. But imagine that payment wasn't there, right? Like, again, when I do the different notepad, different notes, when I do the breakdown of, well, shoot, Daddy did really want to get a new car. I was probably thinking maybe a little pickup, right? Get a little mamalona for the road. But not at $800 a month I can, because I got to set those $800 a month for my son to go to college. And then I'm still going to be cutting it a bit short. Hey, you guys got any overtime? Anywhere I can punch in some extra hours? The kid got the jumbo size last week on his Big Mac, or what, on his Jumbo Jack. No, it's something that could be paid for by us, for us, so that our children can be highly educated, so that our children can get that boost, that head start, that jump ahead, to getting life started. Life is, first of all, hard as hell to get started, right? At 18, you're trying to move out. You got probably a minimum wage job, and you want to get you an apartment, a couple roommates, pay insurance on your car if you don't have a payment. I didn't have a payment for my first car, but it was still hard. Now, if I don't know, 10 billion of those 95 stayed behind for starter uppers, seriously, I know it sounds like I'm trying to freeload off. No, I'm not trying to freeload off, because this money apparently is in the budget. It's there. 95, president's going to sign it. Pew, gone. Whoa. Like, that could have gone, again, I have a 16-year-old. He's about to be 16. I'm getting ready to pay for driving school. Cool. No problem. I'm not cheap about it. Driving school, I'm not even too sure. I haven't looked into it. It's going to be a birthday gift, or the one he picked, the surprise one he doesn't know about. But yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to afford my son's driving school. But why isn't driving school in school? Why was driving school taken out of the school curriculum? We got 18 and 19-year-olds out here driving that don't know a damn thing about what they're doing on the road. Hell, I think the only book I ever read from cover to cover, because I had to, was the DMV handbook. Right? I had to pass this test. I wasn't about to. I'm flipping the pages. Man. But the only thing I ever did study that hard. But I paid for my, driving school at 16. I paid for my truck driving school at 19. But again, it's like, dude, the economy relies so heavily on truck drivers. My tax money has already been taken out of my check. I ain't fighting for it to come back. I'm just fighting for it to go do something good. Hey, man, I wouldn't mind a little bit of my tax money going to really educating these kids and not killing themselves on the road. I would really love if some of my tax money went to educating these children on getting started in life. 18 years old, you get kicked out of high school with a little graduation, cap and gown, but you don't know a damn thing about, you don't know how to file your own taxes, you don't know how to go apply for an apartment, you don't know how to drive, but yet you think you do, because the DMV, you passed the test, right? Good. Come on. Let's go see what the real world is, because the DMV thinks taking you around the block 2-3 times, oh yeah, he knows how to drive. Some of that $95 billion packet could have been a packet to educating Americans, maybe to not be such dumbasses on the road, maybe to not have dumbass roads out there, because again, we got infrastructure is it's in the tank. What the hell? But no, instead it's, again, here go my rant on, I'm not anti helping these countries out. I'm just, again, I went through it as a child and I thought to myself, damn, why don't they teach me how to drive in school? And now that I'm here driving to school, I'm driving a couple buddies to school. Hey, get on, let's go. But they didn't teach me how to drive in school. That, for real, I had to teach myself, and I had to pay myself the school to legalize I learned how to drive. We don't care. Prove it. Okay, state of California, jump on the freaking car with me. Nah, you gotta take a course. There I go. So it's like that should be provided by the state, by the country, you want me to drive out there correctly, safely, and in an orderly fashion, but you don't want to teach me any of how to get those done, and you take my feria anyway? I'm just saying. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. That's my rant, you guys. It's not outrageous. It is expensive. And imagine that you just wanted to go to school. Okay, look, $42,000, it's not telling us for what education. $42,000 if you're gonna, I don't know, be I can't think of a profession. But what if you wanted to do something like be a doctor or a lawyer? They're not $42,000. Hell no. Google, you are wrong. But I do believe, given the country having this $95 billion, I'm gonna keep calling it 95 billion extra dollars, because I'm just so convinced we're not broke after we send these 95. We're not, right? We still have other stuff to pay for. We still have to pay Congress, their salaries, Secret Service, their stuff. Don't forget about it, right? These guys can't go without a check. So other stuff still functions. Other stuff still gets paid. And 95 billion don't stay. They go. And we have, the same 1940s, 1950s, 60s roads that we have out there. We still have the same type of education structure, because no innovation, no money for innovation in the education front, no innovation in the transportation front, no innovation in damn near anything except weaponry and how to get people to fight each other so we can keep making weaponry. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. I would love it if you guys hit like, if you subscribe and all that. If you can, no problem. I'm happy you guys are here watching. It's just every little tutorial that I've seen about podcasting and YouTubing, they all say to say that, and I'm like, shut the hell up, no way. I'm telling them. But it's true. Not only is it good for the algorithms, hitting like and whatnot, but it also helps out with it getting out there, other people watching the stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start telling people, please, if you can, I appreciate you just watching, share, bore someone's day, I'm telling you, if you can, and then subscribe if you can. I'm gonna be doing this probably every week, maybe twice a week, whatever the road. Sometimes the road doesn't allow it, but whenever the road allows it, I should be, like right now in between. I did the first video in between, and as dispatch is like, hang back a little bit. End of the day, buddy, you had your time. I can't take another load. I'm gonna make this quick video and I'm gonna go home. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. See you in the next one.